The Lord be with you. And with your spirit. The reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. John. Glory to you, Lord. Jesus said to the people, "Very truly I tell you, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you have no life in you." When many of his disciples heard it, they said, "This teaching is difficult. Who can accept it?" But Jesus, being aware that his disciples were complaining about it, said to them, "Does this offend you? Then what if you were to see the Son of Man ascending to where he was before? It is the Spirit that gives life. The flesh is useless. The words that I have spoken to you are spirit and life. But among you there are some who do not believe." For Jesus knew from the first who were the ones that did not believe, and who was the one who would betray him. And he said, "For this reason I have told you, that no one can come to me unless it is granted by the Father." Because of this, many of his disciples turned back and no longer went about with him. So Jesus asked the 12, "Do you wish to go away also?" Simon Peter answered him, "Lord, to whom can we go? You have the words of eternal life. We have come to believe and know that you are the Holy One of God." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord. Today's first reading, we see St. Peter in his apostolic missionary activity along the Mediterranean Sea. And he performs a miracle in order to strengthen the faith of those who were around. And so he cures a paralyzed man who has been paralyzed for 8 years at Lydda, which is near Tel Aviv. Without asking faith from the man, he cures him outright. Then at Joppa, which is also part of modern-day Tel Aviv, Peter raises the dead Tabitha, a Dorcas, back to life. Again, he performs miracles in order to lead those around him to faith or to conversion. The discourse on the promised Eucharist that Jesus delivered in the synagogue of Capernaum reached a critical point. Among the 200 Jews who listened to him in the synagogue, some of them, or most of them, were his disciples. They refused to make a leap to faith, to which they are invited, and for which he grants them the grace. They refused, as it were, to commit themselves to his divinity and to his word. They keep asking, "But how? How can you give us your blood to drink and stripes to eat? How?" And Jesus was not asking them to understand or to accept how, but simply to accept what? The truth. He wanted to give them himself, who then is nourishment to body and soul. But they would not accept it. And so they left him. And he asked his disciples, "Will you also leave me?" And St. Peter answered on behalf of the disciples, but he also answered on our behalf, for we too have to answer with Peter. If we leave you, we leave eternal life. but we have come to believe that you are the Holy One of God. This is our